The Minnesota Twins scored 14 runs this afternoon, but I actually want to start with the pitching. It's kind of easy to lose sight of that when there's a big offensive outburst. Sonny Gray held Oakland to 2 runs on 6 innings. He gave up just 2 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. So great to see it out of Gray in his former home park in Oakland there. He's got to be very happy to be with the Twins, considering what's happened in Cincinnati this year. And considering the run support he got today. Oh, by the way, you got to feel good when you get a broken bat run scoring hit in the first inning. That's just a great omen in baseball, I feel like. Gary Sanchez had a big game. He drove in 3 runs early. Luis Arraez was just a little monster today. 3 hits and a walk. He's hitting .323 with an .831 OPS. Just a absolute savior at the first base situation Luis Arraez has been, and just in addition to all the other great stuff that he does. Tremendous game out of him today. Also, Carlos Correa returned. Everybody was so excited about that. That's all anybody talked about today. Now, of course, we talked about the Royce Lewis thing already on the channel. You can go check out that video if you'd like. Good to see Correa back, and again, just a blowout victory. Oakland had position players pitching by the end there. Nice to get an easy one out of the way. Down in St. Paul, Alex Kirilloff went 4 for 6. I'm going to show you all 4 of his hits in this one. See, in the first inning, he hits a double. And Kirilloff is now 8 for 12 in St. Paul since being sent down. Just on an absolute tear. Here he hits a home run. I'm not all that surprised he's hitting well, but it is really nice to see some power come out. And that was left-on-left crime, too, by the way. That home run was off a lefty. So great to see. And there you see Royce Lewis made it to Omaha, not quite in time enough to play, but he was there to help Alex celebrate that home run. There's an opposite field single and then a bases loaded hit up the middle as well. So just spraying the ball all over. Again, that home run. So great to see out of Alex Kirilloff. This is notable just to see Austin Martin. He was a scratch yesterday, so I was kind of concerned about what was going on there. Luckily, back at it, back in the leadoff spot. He gets an opposite field single. Louie Varland started for Wichita tonight and was facing a Springfield team that's got some good players and prospects. You know, Jordan Walker here is one of the better prospects in all of baseball. Varland struck him out on 3 pitches in the first inning here, just abusing him with breaking balls. And then Moises Gomez doesn't have the prospect pedigree, but look at these numbers. You know, it's only like mid-May, and he has 16 home runs. You know, this guy's been on an absolute tear, and Varland gets him on 4 pitches. So a couple of primo guys for the Cardinals prospects here, and Varland gets him on 7 pitches altogether. And he had a great start. Varland, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. His ERA is down to 3.58. You know, I always love a 15th rounder out of a small school. Got to root for that guy. A guy named Louie, that makes him easier to root for. But the fact that he's a Minnesotan just sort of tops it all off. You know, maybe one of the easier guys to root for in the entire system, Louie Varland. And he's pitching his tail off, too. Cedar Rapids lost tonight, but here's a nice triple from Will Holland, who's been playing really well. He's been playing a lot of outfield, but he started at shortstop tonight. This was the Twins' 5th-round pick back in 2019. Again, that's Will Holland. So he could be making a push to be going up to Double-A anytime soon here. Good to see him heating up. And then I want to mention, too, Bradley Hanner as the pitcher. Or excuse me, Anthony Prado first. We got to get to, you know, I got to talk about my guy, Anthony Prado. Made a slick play. It was worth a second look. But here's Bradley Hanner, the pitcher I wanted to talk about. He had another great outing tonight. He's got a 0.54 ERA and 0.72 whip with the Colonels so far. I use a 21st rounder of 2019. I think he kind of looks like Bert Blyleven a little bit as a physical comp, not as a pitcher, but as he just kind of looks like him with that beard, I guess. On an inning-ending, strike him out, throw him out. I feel like that's an underrated, beautiful baseball play there. So Bradley Hanner, a guy who's really pitching great. And Fort Myers played 2. They lost the first one, but Noah Miller hit his 2nd home run of the year. Big game, Emmanuel Rodriguez, who's been just an on-base machine, drew another couple walks. Not a good game pitching-wise. You know, they gave up 10 runs in 6 innings. So that's rough. But in game 2, they cleaned it up 1-2-0. And this was a nice game for Mikey Perez, who homered, and Noah Miller also hit a triple and scored a run. So he had a nice performance in both games. And then big showing out of the pitching staff, the combo of Mike Paredes, Nicholas Rimmel, who is a Germany product, and Reggie Grace combined for the shutout in a game that only lasted an hour and 29 minutes. I know it's a 7-inning game, so take that with a grain of salt, but 1 hour, 29 minutes, just insane. Thanks for stopping by and checking this out. Probably going to live stream tomorrow night, hoping that works out, so be on the lookout for that. But if not, we'll be doing a recap anyway, so talk to you then.